Hi, welcome back to Layden's Hollow. Today I'm going to do a video on how I do my hot compost. I mostly just use horse manure is pretty much what I got to do. So, alright, well, let's get into it. Hey, my helpers are coming with me today. I got about quite a few wheelbarrow fulls in here right now. I don't know exactly how many. I can only put maybe one or two more in here because if I make the piles too big, like I said before, I won't be able to turn it properly. Yeah, this is a pretty big pile of horse manure this year. This is one. I'm going to be doing, like I said, I think maybe two more piles in a couple of horse stalls that I'm not using right now. I need a lot this year because my hay price has gone through the roof. Last year I had to pay double for my hay compared to any other year in the last 10 years. So yeah, I have to make a lot more compost this year. I sell lots of this stuff. And plus I'm going to be doing a lot more gardens. So I need a lot of compost this year. So that means a lot of wheelbarrows. Right now, I guess I got about, I'm not sure, maybe somewhere around 15 wheelbarrow fulls in this one. So that's about as big as I can make it. So yeah, that'll be it for this one. Once it starts composting, it will decrease in size quite dramatically because the microorganisms will start, well, this is their food, this is what they're going to eat, and the heat burns, and so it comes down a lot. Now I could add more manure to it as it's cooking, but if I do that, then it doesn't finish fast enough. Like every time I add manure to my pile, it will take another few weeks for it to finish. So that's why I always try to do a few piles here and there so that I have finished hot compost roughly around the same time. This is a trick that I've been doing over the last few years. It's not necessary, it doesn't have to be done, but this is what I do because I need my compost to start up quicker, because it will start on its own. You don't have to do anything. You just put it in a big pile and come back 5 or 6 days later and it should be heated up in the center of the pile. That's one of the main reasons we have to turn it so much, or at least once a week, is to get the microorganisms to break down the manure all through the pile. So what I do is that just to get my compost pile to start faster, what I did is I took my watering can, put some warm water in it, and put some baker's yeast in it that we get from the store. I let it cook up with molasses for a while, and I just pour it into my compost pile. That's pretty much all I do. What it does is it just gives it a quick start so that it starts to bake quicker. So yeah, so right now this pile is pretty much done. Now I need to turn it in about 4 or 5 days. So yeah, I have to keep a gate up against this, because if I don't, the dogs and the chickens will all be in there and spread it everywhere. Yeah, one of the main reasons I do my compost this way is because I hate weeding my gardens. So yeah, so hot compost is a very dark, rich compost because of the how it eats up. It actually does kill viable weed seeds, so you get very minimal weeds from my compost. It also kills bad bacteria. The thermophile heat-loving bacteria is what actually breaks the compost or the manure down. It just makes a really good all-around compost. It helps fertilize your soil, keeps your soil soft, fluffy, so that water can get into the soil much easier. Worms love it. So yeah, that's probably the main reason I do mostly hot compost. I think it's one of the best things you can do on your gardens, especially if you do a no-till garden, which I do. I only had my compost to the top of my gardens each year. I don't mix it in or anything like that. The only time my gardens really get soil turned up is when I'm digging up my gardens or pulling the roots out of like tomato plants and pepper plants and stuff like that. But I just had my compost to the top of it every year, and that's pretty much what I do. Now, if you like the video, leave a like and maybe a comment. Help my channel grow. Help YouTube spread my channel around a little bit more. Thanks.